On the memo tonight, I ask, do we have a quiet pandemic that is undeclared? When a qualified doctor kills his children in bizarre circumstances, or when a world-renowned athlete is found murdered in her own home, what is going on? When the country is talking about an escaped serial killer who confesses to having killed no less than 13 children, should we as a society sit still pretty? It is not enough to mourn or complain or wonder. It is now time to own up that we have a mental illness crisis in this country and deal with it. As a society, we have been made to believe that mental illness looks and walks a certain way. That the mentally ill are those who walk on our streets talking to themselves or removing their clothes in public and picking trash from the nearby garbage dump. Yes, these are all typical signs of mental trouble, but are we missing the somewhat invisible symptoms that explode in our faces every day? Ladies and gentlemen, we have many mentally troubled people in our homes, in our workplaces, and in many public spaces, but we just don't believe it. It could be someone dressed in a nice suit or a pretty dress who reports to work on time, or the one who goes to the farm every morning, whistling and accomplishing the day's tasks, or that celebrity who looks like they have it all together. But the truth is that all of these people are candidates of mental illness. It is now common knowledge, backed by data, that the global pandemic of COVID-19 has exacerbated the crisis of mental health in many countries, including ours. 18 months after the pandemic hit our shores, the effects are still loud and tangible. Very few people can say they have not been affected by the disease. If you haven't lost a relative or friend, you have lost a job. If you haven't lost a job, you have lost a business. And you haven't lost anything, you know someone who has. And now comes the runaway cost of living occasioned by high fuel prices. Add to that the daily horror of tales of relentless drought and famine, and you have the perfect recipe for a depressed nation. Yet all we have done is pay lip service to the issue of mental health in this country. In fact, we have routinely treated mental health with ridicule. Our major public mental health treatment facility, Mathare Hospital, is not only dilapidated, but is often the object of tasteless banter. We joke about Mathare Hospital cases and laugh about it. But to those silently suffering, this is no laughing matter. They suffer silently because our society in general does not take mental health issues as a big problem. You're told to dust yourself up and move on. On 10th of October, the World Mental Health Day was celebrated across the globe. The theme this year was Mental Health Care for All. Let's make it a reality. According to the World Health Organization, the world in general missed most mental health targets last year. There's a worldwide failure to provide people with mental health problems the services and support they need. Proper diagnosis is important as there are different forms of mental health illnesses. Psychosis, bipolar disorder, depression are just some examples. Now, with proper diagnosis comes the correct treatment and management. Good intentions need to be met with investments. The government needs to admit that mental health is a major health issue in the country and put in place measures to deal with it. If we ever doubted the urgency of this call, the daily chaos and killings should wake us up. If ever we were not sure about the danger of untreated mental health, the cases are now there for all to see. Let us not wait any longer. Just one life lost as a result of one untreated case is one too many. We have no time to waste. Let us act now. That is my memo.